You're listening to the Mind Your Business podcast, Biz Tip Friday edition. In today's episode, I have the wordsmith master himself, Mr. Brandon Lucero, walking me through in real time how to create killer content for Instagram. So let's get into it. All right, what's up, everybody? It's James Wedmore here. You're listening to the Mind Your Business podcast. This is one of our Friday editions, Biz Tip Friday, where I love to share tactical tips that will take your business to the next level. I just wrapped up an interview with Brandon Lucero, and it was amazing. All about how to enhance your content with one specific intention. Get it to convert at every level, whether it's an open, a click, a view, a comment, or a sale. Brandon gives a ton of value and content on how you can do that. And while we were doing this interview, we had this great idea. So I'm going to bring Brandon on. He is going to assist me, like coach me in real time. It's great. I'm cheating. I'm getting free coaching from Brandon. I probably should send him a check in the mail for this. To create a piece of Instagram content. We're going to throw it up as a test, see how it does, put his work to the test. So Brandon, are you there and you ready to do this?
I'm here and I'm ready.
Okay, I want to create an Instagram reel. I want to crush it. Where do we start?
Okay, so let's dive into some problems first. So
Yes.
give me, and they can be generalized. We can dive down deeper if we need to. But what are some of the problems that you solve for people, for course creators? What are some of the biggest issues they're dealing with right now?
Okay, so I want to start with, we have a new free training that we're putting out called Your First Online Course. So I want to start with a problem there, which is people are stuck in the decision of what the course topic should be about, what they really should put into that offer, and like really that direction to go in. Is that enough to give you to get going?
Yeah. So is this more about offer or what the theme of their course is going to be?
The topic, the audience, the niche of that first offer.
Okay. So all of those would be technically be different problems when we're coming up with content. So
good to know.
It could be like they're stuck on the decision of the audience. That's number one, right? So we can create a whole heap of content around that. The topic, the offer, the niche, those are all different ones. So is there one of those that you would
topic?
Topic. Okay. Okay, great. And then what specifically are they stuck with when it comes
to a lot of times they are afraid to choose the wrong topic, waste time, and go in the wrong direction. They've kind of put a lot of weight into this is like, I don't want to go in the wrong direction. And like this decision is everything. If I don't decide the right topic, I'm not going to be successful and I'm going to waste 6 months of my life and then give up.
Okay. So they're afraid that they're going to waste time. Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah. Picking the wrong topic and going in the wrong direction.
And what would going in the wrong direction cause them to experience?
It would cause them to experience a ton of work with no money, confusion in the marketplace, and embarrassment.
Embarrassment. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So a ton of work, not make any money. And embarrassment from what? Like friends, family, things like that?
Well, first from people closest to them, like the partner that's supporting them, to any other peers that they have. And then also whatever audience they've attracted. In other words, they don't want the perception of like being this flip-flopper that's all over the place, going in every direction.
Okay. And then what do they want? What do they hope creating the right topic will give them?
They want a product that is so clear to the audience that it practically sells itself. Like the mere mention of it. And it's like people go, I want this. I need this. How do I get it?
Okay. So there's a lot of different directions we can go with this.
Sure.
So one of the things that we like doing, this works really well with our students, is we use a reel, which we said we are going to focus on.
Yep.
There's 3 elements. Well, actually 4 elements. So number 1 is we need B-roll. So you need B-roll that is relevant to whatever this is. So maybe it's you sitting down at the computer, whiteboarding something on, like drawing out the program, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to choose a popular song on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most important piece is we're going to choose a headline that has a hook in it, but is using what I call relevancy triggers. So the first relevancy trigger we're going to focus on is going to be the identity of the person you want to track. So what do you call them? Do you call them course creators, coaches, online experts? What do you use?
I switch between all of those. I hesitate in using the word online expert here because we're targeting your first course and they may not see themselves as that yet. Like they haven't really fully stepped into that. I do hesitate we're using course creator because it might be a membership that they want to create. So I'm playing around with digital product creator.
Okay.
But I know it doesn't really
But
roll off the tongue.
has to be something, and this is the trick, is that it has to be something they would call themselves. So it's not
Yeah.
like not what you would label them as, but like what is a term that they would
I could go with coach.
Okay, cool.
Because we do have a lot of our students that have done one-on-one, and they're looking to do something more scalable.
Okay. So we got relevancy trigger number 1 done, which is we'll go with online coach.
Okay.
The next trigger that we're going to look at is going to be problem. And so we've already kind of dissected that a little bit. So afraid to choose the wrong topic, mostly because they're going to have wasted time work and not make any sales, right?
Yes.
And the thing that they do want is they want something that's clear, that practically sells themselves. So it sounds like to me is that the sales issue is the number one concern or problem or something along those lines when it comes to the topic. Like, yes, time a little bit, but would you agree or disagree with that? That sales?
Yeah, I think they want something that they want to make sure that this is something people will buy.
Okay.
Sales.
So titles, we have 2 to choose from.
Okay.
We could do what I call 3 signs, which means this is going to be very self-diagnosing, which means they're going to realize they're already making mistakes and realize that they have the problem you solve. That's 3 signs or 4 signs or 5, whatever number.
Sure. Pick a number. Yeah.
Yep. The next one is 3 ways, and we can go both either direction with this. So we could say 3 signs as an online coach, you're about to choose a topic for your course that will never sell. And so what happens now, and then what we're going to put, that will be literally the title that you're going to put on your reel. And then you're going to put in brackets or whatever, read description below.
Hold on just a second. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh shit. I thought I muted myself for that. I was sorry. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed.
So embarrassing.
Dude, that was so good. So good. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So the second way to do this is 3 ways.
Yeah.
So 3 ways any online coach can choose the topic that's going to drive more sales with their audience.
Okay, hold on. 3 ways any online coach can choose what? The topic?
A topic for their program that will sell itself.
Also, so fucking good.
And then you're going to put read description below. Okay.
Yep.
So then
you put a little down arrow emoji there too, like a little point.
Sure. Why not?
That matters.
If your heart desires.
Okay. Thank you. It does.
So what's going to happen is hopefully the title will be enough to stop the scroll. We have relevancy triggers in there. We have their identity. We have the exact problem and the exact outcome that they want addressed. So that should be enough of a trigger to stop them. So that's already going to be a great sign for Instagram. But then when they read the description and they stay there for a while, it gives more signs to Instagram that this is a great piece of content. But we have to hook them in. Like we have to keep them reading the description. So what we want to start with, if we're going to go the 3 signs route.
Yeah, let's do 3 signs.
And that the 3 signs is my favorite because you literally get your audience to come to their own conclusion. I have a problem. And so the chances they'll take the call to action go through the roof. So if we do 3 signs, you want to start off with, here are 3 signs as an online coach that you are choosing a topic for your course that will never make the sales that you want.
Here are 3 signs as an online coach
that you will never make the sales that you want. Or you could say 3 signs as an online coach, you're choosing a topic for your program that will not sell itself. You go either direction.
Yep. Okay.
The first one, now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on mistakes.
Yeah.
So what are the most common mistakes that people are doing right now when coming up with their topic that doesn't lead to sales?
Yeah. So the first mistake is they're just picking a topic based on what they want to teach. It's all focused on what they want to teach.
Okay. And then what should they be doing instead of that?
So I'm writing this down. They should be focusing on what their ideal customer wants to solve.
Okay. So you have the option of putting a without statement in there. So you could put, you are choosing a topic based on, I would probably say things like your formal education, what you got degrees and certifications in, what you want to teach, instead of focusing more on what your audience actually needs. So that could be number one.
Yep.
Number two, let's do three. So what's another mistake they make when picking their course topic?
This is a great one. They do their research and they see someone is already teaching this, so there's no room for me.
Okay. When they do research, let's get more specific, because being specific is going to be.
Well, I just want to say they see someone else is doing it, so they say there's no room for me. Like that's, I don't even need to talk about the research. It's just they don't do it, and I want to flip that and say the more people, like basically, like, let me say it this way, Brandon, because when you said 3 signs that you're about to choose a topic that will never sell, the thing I want to say as a sign is that there's no one already teaching this. So the sign that it's a bad idea, unless it's a brand new market, is that no one else is teaching this.
Right. So I would put that as another sign. You're picking a topic for your course because no one else is doing it, and you think because no one else is doing it, there's an open market for it, or something along those lines. Like you have an opportunity. And then all I would put there is something that says like but it's actually the opposite. If no one is selling a course on this, it's probably because no one wants to buy a course on this. Something along those lines.
Yep.
And then what would the third mistake be?
Okay, let me think about this. So we've got they're focused on more on what they want to teach without asking their audience. Here we go. I got this. I got this. They're choosing a market that isn't established and exists already. And the third one is I want to see if you have a good way I can say this. They're just teaching content, or they're trying to sell a course that is so simple that it doesn't need a course.
Right. It doesn't solve a big enough problem or something like that.
It doesn't solve a big enough problem.
Yeah. So number 3 would be, you're picking, well, let's see, because how do we want to phrase this one? We might want to say something like, you're focused more on the solution, something along the lines of like, you're focusing more on what you're just sharing your knowledge instead of asking, does this actually solve a big enough problem that people would want to buy? I think something along those lines.
Yeah.
How I would
like a great example of this, and I this is going to piss somebody off, but it just, I've been around long enough. I'm just trying to tell you, a perfect example is the self-love example. I've seen a lot of people try to sell a program that's just like a $2,000 online course on how to love yourself.
Yeah.
And yes, it could be a messaging problem because you didn't get to some like deeper root cause. I think if you tapped into a root cause, you could actually sell that. But people are just like selling a course on content on just love yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to watch a bunch of videos or pay you money to do that. If you then say, hey, there are core wounds that are preventing you from healing and having that self-love, and we need to reprogram and heal those wounds. Well, now that's what we're actually teaching.
The real problem there is that self-love is the tool, and people are trying to sell the tool when they should be solving that the problem will end.
Yes.
So it's more about like, well, what problem exists because they don't have self-love, and then you sell the solution to that problem.
Yeah.
So that we could put something in there like selling the tool instead of the problem or something along those lines. But I think that if you just put something along the lines of you're more focused on delivering a solution or your knowledge or whatever, instead of asking what problem does this actually solve, or properly researching if this is solving a real problem for people.
So good. Love
So
it.
number three.
So I've got my 3 signs. Do you do anything else here?
Yep, call to action. So where would you want to drive them to?
So we are actually running a free live training series coming up, all on how to create your first course for your first online course.
Okay. So I think for us, what we might want to do is do something along the lines of, I'll give you 2 different call to actions. I know we talked about this on the other episode, but
Yeah.
one of them could just be recap problem solution. So it'd be like, all right, those are the 3 major mistakes that people make that stop them from finding a course topic that's going to sell itself. The problem is knowing the mistakes is only one half. You now need to know what to do in order to create a product that sells itself. And I'm breaking the entire and then now it's solution. I'm breaking the entire process down in an upcoming free training that you can register for. Just click the link in the bio or whatever it may be. So that would be one way to do the call to action. The other call to action would be something along the lines of, if you realize you're making any of these mistakes, don't worry. After coaching 50,000 different online coaches through my courses and my programs, or through my free trainings, because that's really what you're bringing them to, through my free trainings, we realized there are 3 secrets every single person had when they picked a topic that sold itself. Click the link below, register, and I'm going to break down these 3 secrets on our upcoming training.
Amazing.
So either one of those call to actions would
love it. So good, Brandon. We're gonna run this when this episode airs. I should have some data on this. We're gonna track views. We're gonna set up a page for it. This is gonna be fantastic. And we're gonna show proof. Like, yes. And I'll also prove it against other stuff that we're doing, so that you can see, like, boom, this works. Okay. Anything you want to add here, Brandon? We have here's something I want to add before Brandon. Brandon and I have an episode airing on Monday. Okay. Brandon's episode is coming out on Monday. It's a full deep dive into all of this. So if you thought this was cool, you want to try selling on yourself this weekend, come ready Monday to listen to that full episode. It's going to blow your mind. 4 different types of content you should be creating in your business that all leads to the sale. Absolutely essential information, especially today in 2025. So keep an eye out on that. Brandon's got his free series coming up. jameswedmore.com/convert will get you registered. It says free 3-day live training, all on how to craft content that converts for your digital product-based business. Brandon, anything you want to add before I let you get out of here?
No, I just think that if you guys loved today and saw what I was doing with James, it's not about just being generalized and coming up with a problem. It's about asking and knowing the right questions asked to get down to the granulars, to find the things that build conversions, the relevancy triggers, the language patterns, the things that actually will get people to take action. Just make sure you get to that 3-day event, because we're going to dive even deeper to that. So head over there. I'm going to dive deep into it, and you guys will be left with knowing exactly what to do and how to say it, so you can start getting more conversions and results in your business.
I love it. Brandon Lucero, thank you so much for coming on. Check out his episode airing this Monday on the Mind Your Business podcast.